What the bloody fuck? ABC Action News has called the Anonymous a church. Of course, they also called Scientology a church in the same fucking sentence. So they got two things wrong in the first fucking sentence. I shall play a clip of that video.
Members of the Church of the Anonymous marched outside the Church of Scientology on Osceola Avenue.
Members of the Church of Anonymous. That fucking cracks me up.
Donned in disguises to hide their identities, the group, which formed earlier this year, set out to protest the church's perceived views on modern medicine and allegations that Scientologists get special tax exemptions.
It is a fact that Scientology customers get special tax exemption that no other citizen in the United States receives. In a United States Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, 3 judges said so in the case where the Skylars, or Sklars, Michael and Marla Sklar, S-K-L-A-R, wanted the same benefits from the Internal Revenue Service that Scientology customers get. The court refused, saying it would be unconstitutional for them to get the tax exemption status. In the majority opinion, Judge Stephen Reinhardt suggested that the tax exemption status that customers of Scientology currently receive is unconstitutional. And the 3 judges castigated the Internal Revenue Service for allowing the Scientology customers to receive that special tax exemption status. Therefore, when the crime syndicate spokesperson in Clearwater, Florida, claims the crime syndicate does not have special tax exemption status, that person is a lying bastard.
Not true, says a spokesperson for the Church of Scientology, who did not want to go on camera. They tell us that courts have declared Scientology a religion.
No court in the United States has declared Scientology a religion. No court in the United States has declared Scientology Corporation a church. The Internal Revenue Service for the past 28 years, actually closer on to 30 now, has insisted Scientology is not a religion, it is a business. The United States Supreme Court was forced by the Scientology Corporation to say that Scientology is not a religion. That is how matters stand legally in the United States. Scientology is not a religion. Scientology Corporation is not a church. United States court says so. The reason Scientology Corporation has tax exemption status as a religion is because they sued the Internal Revenue Service with over 3,000 lawsuits, and the commissioner of the Internal Revenue Service apparently was blackmailed through his son, and there was also mention of a girl involved, underage girl, and other activity between the son and the underage girl, and that blackmail resulted in the temporary tax exemption status of Scientology Inc. If that story is true, the crime syndicate has their tax exemption status through blackmail. I should also point out that the agreement between the Internal Revenue Service's commissioner at the time and the Scientology mob was temporary. It's supposed to be no longer in effect. Unfortunately, it still is.
When the Church of Scientology says, you know, they're having bomb threats made against them, nobody can say that they're not the ones making them.
The Scientology mob has a history of making bomb threats against itself. They did that in the year 1998 in Clearwater, Florida. They did that in the year 1999 in Hemet, California. And they did that in Operation Freakout with Paulette Cooper, who wrote a first critical book against the crime syndicate. Framed her for making bomb threats, which of course the FBI in the raid discovered. She did not make those bomb threats, but the crime syndicate made their own bomb threats. I very seriously doubt that any member of Anonymous has made any bomb threats against the crime syndicate.